Hey YouTubers, I got a problem today with my 2011 Chevy Traverse. Going to be working through it. Basically what's happening is takes a seat, get in, turn on the air conditioner. Driver's side nice and cool, passenger side blows nice and hot. It's great for me, but kind of getting tired of hearing the complaints from the wife. So going to work on getting that changed out today. So didn't see a whole lot on the YouTube on exactly how to do this one, so going to help walk you through it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to have to do is worry about getting this glove box off. The actuators for this, there are a number of actuators here that kind of control all the vents and what's blowing, hot, cold, up, down, all that. So there are, most of them are going to be on the passenger side, kind of back up in this region, so we're going to have to get to it. So I'm going to start by removing the glove box. So let's get to it. Okay, so to do the repair, I've pulled out some parts here. Picked up one of these at Home Depot, Lowe's. It's just a T20, T20 torque head. So it's actually, these are the screws that go into the side of the actuator. So this is the part you're going to need. Some things you may want a socket wrench to help you get in there. You may want just an extension, and then so those are really the main tools, because really all you need to do is get up in there and get 3 screws out, replace the screws, and just make the electrical connection. So that's the tools I used. So let's get to it. So to remove the glove box, it's going to be not as bad as you think. You go in here, and these there are little sets right here, and then there's a little pin right here. So you're going to want to just actually disconnect this. This is the damper for your glove box, and disconnect that, and then you turn these back towards you, and then you can pop that off, and your glove box has 4 points: connection 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll see those, and you just have to lift up on that and just be a little bit careful that you don't break any of the pins down there. But it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. One other thing you may want to do is you may want to remove this blower cover under here. It'll give you more room and allow you to get back up in there. And that's where this nice little device comes in. There are 2 little attachments, one here, one here. And you just get this up in there and pop those little pins out. They slide out. You can pull out the attachment, and then this cover will just come completely off. Okay, as you can see, I've removed the glove box, but there are these release clamps that you're going to have to get out around the clips there, and I don't really see it here, but and then you're going to have to disconnect that, which kind of goes right down into that. You can just kind of slide it out and you kind of work it, and then there are 4 areas here that you just lift up on, and your glove box will come out. And then what we're trying to do is get right back up into this area. This is one of the Lindor actuators right here, but now I just need to find the right one for the temperature control. I'm going to show you. It's that first one is not going to be that first one up there that you see that looks a little easier to get to. That's actually your defrost, and controls whether it comes out the defrost or the front vents. And I'll show you. I'll kind of mess this a little bit. You can make sure you got the right one, because you'll see it move here. Okay, I changed the position. You can kind of see it move. That's on the floor, and then I'll move it back to the front, and you see it move. So I know that one's good, so I don't want to be messing with that one. So I know that one's the good one. No, the one I want to be messing with is actually that one, located back and behind here. That's the one that's not working, and that's the one I'm going to have to get to in order to change it out. Now we can kind of use this other one as a little as kind of an idea. You can see there are some screws located. They're there at the top, and then that red connector there, the electrical connector. All those have to be disconnected, pulled out. You can see one of the other screws. So you can kind of use your replacement part as your guide to where the screws are, so you know where you need to go. But I believe that's a T20, T25 test which torque value it is, and get it in there, remove that. But remember, for the heat one, it's that one located back in there. So we do that, and hopefully we'll swap that out, and then we'll have cold air on this side, and the wife can stop complaining. So here's my replacement part. I just went down to AutoZone, told them what I needed, and they set me up. You know, this part costs about 50 bucks at AutoZone. I've heard you can get them off the internet, off of eBay for cheaper. You know, if you go to the dealership and have them do this, the part itself is probably going to at least be 80, and then labor, everything else is going to be a lot more. So hopefully this can save you some money. See, screws there, there, and then there. That's what I'm gonna have to get out. And then you can see this is the part that actually turns. You can see one position. I'm not sure which one's full hot, full cold, but they'll go back and forth between this. But right now it's at a neutral position. You want to make sure your AC is off, everything's off before you go connecting everything. But yeah, so we'll get this part in there, and hopefully everything works.
Okay, now I've got that off, and you want to be careful, because when I took the actuator off, the blend door actuator, I actually pulled off the, there's a little gear that goes on there, or a little swing that kind of fits in the backside. It just kind of slides on and off, but I kind of took that off with me, but I'm going to get that back on. And there you can kind of see it back on there. And that door just kind of swings back and forth. So what that actuator is actually doing is swinging a door. So when you get it lined back up, you want to make sure everything gets lined up on there, so you can get the door back into position, or get the actuator back into position. Okay, so here is the actuator again, and you can see there are 3 lines here, and currently it's in the neutral position. So when I get everything on there, that swing bar that I just did right there, it's going to go back into the back. You can kind of see how it's keyed. It'll only go in one way, so I want to make sure that gets lined up. And this isn't going to move right now, so I can't really force it into position. But yeah, I want to make sure everything gets on there, lined up, so when I put it back in, it's good to go. Okay, as you can see, I got the door back up in there, and now I'm just going to put the screws and reattach the electrical connection. Okay, I just turned the car on and turned the AC on, and you see that it already moved into position from that neutral position, and it should be opposite of my old actuator. See, my old actuator is kind of to the left there. That's the heat one. And we look at the new actuator. That was actually, focus in there, going to the right, and if I feel it, hey, I got cold air coming out. So now I'm just going to have to put everything back together. You know, one of the things are some of these screws are pretty tough to get to on this. You're going to have to be a little bit creative. The top one you can kind of get through if you take out the glove box, but the other 2 are going to be a bear to get to. But a little bit of work and patience, you can do it. But hopefully that helps you out. You know, this is my second Chevy where I've had a door actuator problem. Both times they happened right after a battery died. One of these locked up. So one of the dangers of having a Chevy, but you know, you can save some money and get back in an operational AC with you know, just a little bit of effort. So hope this helps you. Thanks. Okay, here we go with the final step. There are 4 little bars there. You're gonna line up with the glove box. Then I'll have to get the glove box dampener reinserted and make sure all the stops, get it back in, and that will do it. So hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helps you out. Thanks.